Hello and welcome to SudoKanard. There hasn't been much activity on the channel lately because I've been busy doing something else like real life work. Alright, so I'm here to solve this position sum Sudoku that I created myself. I created that a long time ago. I just released it very recently because there will be position sums on the next round of Sudoku Mahabharat, which should have begun at the time I'm shooting this video and probably obviously at the time of its release. So the special rule of this is that a number in the margin on a white background is just the sum of the first two digits here. And if the clue is on a shaded margin and on a shaded background, it means that this is not the sum of the first two digits, but on the two digits whose positions are marked here. For example, let's assume this is a 1 and this is a 5. Then we'll see the digit on first position, which is this one, and the digit on fifth position. And the number here would be their sum. So assuming that this is a 2, we would have a 3 here. So that's it, and that's a variant that I really love. And it's very fun to create, even on a 6x6 grid. So let's start. Well, here we know that those digits sum to 6, and those digits also sum to 6. So one option is 1 plus 5, the other is 2 plus 4. So it's this way or this way, but in both instances we have a 3 and a 6 in those cells. So 3 and 6 are the positions of those cells, here and there, and those two cells sum to 7. So the only way of achieving this is to make 2 plus 5, because 3 and 6 are not usable, so you can't have 1 plus 6, you can't have 3 plus 4. And 1 and 4 are there. Now this 6 is also 1 plus 5 or 2 plus 4, and in this box we get a 3 and a 6. So that's on this row, the sum equal to 6 is the sum of this digit and this digit. So this has to be a 2 or a 5, and it must match this digit. So that's it. So where is the next place to look? So we know that this 3 is the sum of a 1 and a 2 somewhere on this row. And we know that this 8, this 6 is also interesting, I think. Yes, it should be interesting because 6 is the sum of the digits whose positions are here. So we know that this can't be a 1-2 pair, obviously, because then the sum would be 3, not 6. And if I try to make those 4 and 5, then 6 will have to be the sum of those two digits, but with 3 or 6 here, the other won't work anyway. So here we have one of each, a 1 or 2, and a 4 or 5. And I think we can be more specific. Yes, we know that this digit here won't appear in a sum giving 6. It will be 3 plus 3 or 6 plus 0. So none of them can be a 4. And none of them then can be a 2. So one of them will have to be a 5. And the second digit will be here. So this digit is from 1, 2, and 4. And now in the column, the second 3 or 6 must be here. And we know that 2 is somewhere here, so that's not a 2, and this is not a 4. So that's a start. Then another point of interest is this 9. 9 is the sum of the digits whose positions are given here. And so we can see that 1 here will never work because we would have to put an 8 somewhere else. So that's not 1, so this is not 5. So we are left with a 2-5 pair here. And then So what happens if I try to make 2 and 4 there? So 9 must be the 4 plus the 5 in 5th position, and there's no option for this. So that's a 5 and that's a 1. So that's a 2, that's a 4, 1 and 5, and that's not 1. There's no 1 up there, there's no 5 here, so that's a 4. And we see that 3 being the sum of 1 plus 2 must include this one, which is in 3rd position. And the second digit used in the sum is in 5th position, so that's a 2 here. And this is a 5-6 pair. And this 2 here makes this a 5, I think. So 6. No, that doesn't work. What did I do? Oh, this should be a 3. Sorry. I made a mistake at some point. This should be a 3, so 6th position is a 5, 3rd position is a 4, that works. That's really... What am I doing? No, so that's a 2. Sorry about this. This is not scripted. It is never scripted. So 4 plus 2, that's 6. That's all right. And this 9 now is the sum of the first digit, which is 5, and the 5th digit, which has to be a 4 then. Here we get a 3-6 pair. Here we get a 1-5 pair. And this 6 is the sum of the 2nd and 5th digit. The 5th digit is a 4, so the 2nd digit must be a 2. And that's a 5, and with this we get this 4 and this 1. So now the rest will all happen just with this 8. So here we have a 1, 3, 4 triple. And with those 2s, we get a 2 here. So this is a 3, 4, 6 triple, and something else must happen here. So how do we fulfill this 8? And if I recall correctly, this part is not very elegant. We just have to try them all. So I'm saying that 3 or 6 will have an impact on this. So namely 6 makes this a 3. So 6 is this digit, which is now 1 or 4. But neither 1 nor 4 can make a sum of 8, because I would have to use a second 4 or a 7, which is not possible. So this 6 is not possible. And if I recall correctly, 4 doesn't work either. If I try to make this 4, then I have to use this. So it can't be the 1, it will have to be the 5. And I must then use the 3, which is either in 3rd or 6th position. But if I try to put 3 here, it's a 6 in 3rd position, so that doesn't work. And if I try to put a 6 here, then that's a 3, but the 3 should be in 6th position, which doesn't work either. So that this finally has to be a 3. And it's a 6 in 3rd position, so the other digit must be the 2. So that here is a 5. And then the rest is just straight eliminations. So that's a 5, that's a 3, that's a 6, that's a 5, that's a 1, that's a 3. A 3 I said, so that's a 1 and that's a 6. So this is it. I'm not really satisfied with the logic in here. It's not that elegant, but I just like the visual setup with those sequences, which are arithmetic sequences. And I just love position sums. So thanks for watching this video. I wish you the best for this round of Sudoku Mahabharat, and see you soon on SudoKanard.